So basically, Dan came in and we talked about making a deck. Before I had a smaller deck and you couldn't circulate around the table, you couldn't actually get into the chairs on the back part of it. So I decided that I wanted to completely replace that and also put in a hot tub. So he came over and we had a little consultation, and he pretty much, we sort of came to some consensus about the best way to approach it. He's very thoughtful about the whole process and did a lot in terms of improving the ideas so that everything flowed together quite nicely. I came into it with my own ideas and sort of the general design about where things were going to be going, and we discussed together a number of different options because he's able to work with whatever medium that I wanted. In the end, this is ended up being PVC because I wanted something that was really low upkeep, and with some cedar integrated into it to make it a little bit more natural. And I think that was one of the things that I liked the best. We also, I'd actually planned for flower boxes all around it, which carpentry-wise made it a lot more interesting for him. And I had no idea how I was going to accomplish it, but in the end it worked out really, really well. And we also integrated some storage spaces and those kinds of things, which again, he sort of would, I'd tell him what I was interested in doing and the overall flow of where I wanted things to go, and he would come back and say, well, this is possible, but I would try to tweak this or tweak that, and sometimes take the night and call me back in the morning and say, I think I've got the right idea. And he'd also go around finding the best sort of fit for materials and hardware for various aspects of it. This also involved masonry because we had to take down a couple of columns. It involved electricians because we had lights integrated as well as electricity for the spa, and it involved pavement guys pouring concrete, and all this happened over the period of 9 days. So for a project that is complicated in the number of things and the number of people involved with it, it went really, really smoothly, and he was able to sort of coordinate people well and talk them through what he needed from them in each part of that. So that was really nice. So I didn't have to worry about those parts of things. I would just worry about the end result looking the way I'd want to. And sometimes he'd sort of knit his brow for a couple of seconds, but the next day or so he'd come up with a solution that would work. Oh, he's a great guy. Yeah, very honest and straightforward, and I like the way he works. Reliable, and also it's not a gong show at a construction site. So at the end of the day, we could come out and sit outside without having a big mess. He would, all the workers were respectful, and he would keep things tidy, and everyone was nice to talk to along the way. And Dan is, again, a really upfront guy, and if I'd make a change or something that might add some cost, he would tell me that night and just make sure I was comfortable with it and say, this is what you're suggesting, and this is what I can do for that. And so there's no surprises, which is really, really nice when you're working with someone in construction, because I like to know things as we're going along to make sure that we're on the same page, and every time we were.